Each week in Formula One, drivers and their teams go all around the world and they get to see different sites and race on different tracks. We've got Tuscany here, new track that they're racing at. Now, every driver started in karting. Check this out. So I started my journey in go-karting in the Middle East. So I spent a lot of time in Abu Dhabi, in the United Arab Emirates, and I would go go-karting every Tuesday night, every Wednesday night, and then the Middle East weekends are a bit different over there. So Friday's there Saturday and Saturday's there Sunday. So I would spend all day Saturday on the track. But the winds had come up and from the Arabian Gulf and sand had hit the track and then you wipe yourself out. So this is the track I used to race on. It's called Al Fasan. So it's a fantastic track in Abu Dhabi. You can only race at this time of night because otherwise the track heats up so much and your tyres just turn into goo. Anyway, let's not talk about the past, let's talk about the future. Check this out. Alright, so you know that we sold the tractor and meant we've been able to put some money towards our other race car projects, Clooney included. More about that in the next episode. But in this episode, it's all about the go-kart. So check this out. It is a beautiful, brand new 2020 Tony Kart 401R racer. So we're going to start at the back, take you guys through every part of it. We might even start it up. Alright, so let's start at the rear of the kart. So all these karts come standard with a plastic rear, and that sort of helps you in the bump and grind in the traffic. Bit of safety there. It also sort of caps off the end of the chassis rails, so they just butt straight into the chassis rails here. Big dual chamber expansion exhaust for the two-stroke, and you can see the size of these. So this kart is 1.4 meters wide, so they're really wide. But yeah, they're pretty cool. Lots of magnesium bits on these karts. We'll take you through those one by one. So beautiful big thick axles on these go-karts. Type N on this OTK. Got everything where you see sort of gold colour bronze. It's all magnesium. So we've got our axle clamps here. Beautiful one-piece design here on the brakes. Only rear brakes on this model of go-kart. But the magnesium flows here into the wheels. And check these things out. These things are a work of art. It's like you're in Formula One racing for Max Verstappen. In fact, we'll talk about Max Verstappen in a second, but you know, bead lockers, standard, and these wheels are so light. In fact, I've got one just here. These go-kart wheels are super light. I've got a spare set as well, and that way when the tyres on these are worn out, I can just put these ones on, take those into the shop, don't miss any time racing. Okay, so starting procedures on these Rotaxes, they've got a little battery inside here, and two sort of switch start. So down for on, and then switch them on. No ripcord, no push and start, just this little button procedure. How good's that? So the magnesium continues on these Tony Karts. Look at these big stub axles here. Beautiful magnesium componentry, and the steering rods. It's, you know, they really are a work of art, these things. And, I've got the caster and camber set up for our local track here, so we shouldn't need to modify that anymore. Alright, so you see the front nose cone on these race karts, and huge wind tunnel in the middle here, so that's new design. The graphics, you know, some people don't like the Tony Kart graphics, I don't mind them. But the main thing here is all about aero, so worth at least, you know, half a second on some big long main straight tracks. In fact, we might even be able to catch up with Max Verstappen. Check this.
Has just sent Holland into raptures. 6 victories in Formula One for Max Verstappen, and this.
Alright, the business side of these go-karts is the engine. Now, I used to race the Rotax division in the Middle East, and I always wanted a Rotax, but here it is. So this is a Rotax 125, and it's a Senior Evo Max motor, 30 horsepower in unrestricted guise, 125, two-stroke. Delauto carb on the front. No restrictor on the exhaust at the moment, and yeah, she's pretty wild. Can't wait to get it going. 30 horsepower standard, and with the restrictor it's about 20 horsepower. But it's awesome. Water cooled, and you can run water or a bit of coolant in here as well. But when you're racing, water only, obviously. They don't want, you know, glycol roast over the track. All right, beautiful hardcore seat in these things, and we'll go through some safety gear in a minute. But this seat is set up for me particularly, and my weight and my height. Not the biggest bloke in the world, but I've had Frankie over here today, and he fitted perfectly as well, so that'll be good. High grip steering wheel, and with the Mychron 5 telemetry. And these Mycrons are fantastic. So you can basically take this off and also put it into the race car, but you can basically track RPM, you've got water temperature, you've got a GPS sender for all your different tracks, and it does all automated lap times. So that is pretty cool. And yeah, I should really be wearing gloves on this so we don't foul the high grip steering wheel, but it is pretty cool. I'm really happy with this kart. It's a work of art. Okay, so we're approaching 1,000 subscribers here at Clooney Garage, and something we never thought would happen. And I've heard that there's a little bit of a magic trick that happens when you hit 1,000 subscribers, and we actually want to do that before Mrs. Fred's birthday on the 21st. So check this. It's just like magic. Okay, so we're in the Go Kart, and you can sort of see how tight you fit. And I've got my rib protectors on to show you how it nestles up against the side of the seat here, because you do not want to have your bare ribs in the side of this seat here. So this is it, and do you want to hear it start, Fred Jr.?
Oh, but of course.
Okay, let's go. Got a water temp, and also an RPM from the centre. It's got an ECU as well. Alright, so you've seen the kart. That was the part of our giveaway. That's the new project. It's here, it's built. We've just got to track it now. So there's a track close to Canberra here that we're going to go on. We've signed up with the local kart club. We've got to get a New South Wales karting licence and then go out there, run this in. So this engine needs to be run in. 70%, couple of sessions, bed the piston in, then we're right to go. So on that note, so don't do it for Dale, do it for Head On. See you later.